Hello everyone, Railgan here once again with a ZvT replay. Today I'm going to show you a game against Mech Terran on Coral Carnage. I will open up with my standard ZvT 3 roach opener that you've already seen in numerous of my ZvTs, and we're going to see how it all works out against a more mech oriented Terran. So I'm going to speed up the start once again a little bit because nothing important is going to happen. Opening the production tab, it's just a hatch gas pool opener. Followed up by a roach warren, 2 zerglings, and the 2 lings will now walk across the map. I know where the opponent spawned thanks to my overlords. I'm trying to do some damage to the SCV as always, nothing special. So far the game has been entirely normal. The 4 marines sadly did kill off my overlord. I'm following it up with my standard 3 roaches. I built my lair at home. The roaches do a good job against the marines. And I'm threatening him by attacking the cooling towers, which make sure that he has to pull workers and to kill the roaches as fast as possible. Now at this point I'm a little bit scared of a Hellion attack. I'm making some more roaches to deal with that. I'm still droning heavily. I got my two additional gases up, and I'm trying to follow it up with my standard Mutalisk transition. The Hellions do manage to sneak past. I managed to lose a total of only 2 workers against those 3 Hellions. Of course I lost some mining time because my drones were running around, but it still was kind of fine. At this point I'm ahead by 12 workers, I'm ahead in supply. I got my Spire following it up. He saw my lair, so I immediately scouted with an Overseer to see if he's going for more barracks, more starports, or more factories. I saw a starport with a tech lab, that of course means Banshees. This makes sure that this threatens me in a way that I have to build spore crawlers. My Mutalisk follow-up is coming. I cannot currently expand here because the Banshees are killing my drones that are going there. But he had no clue that I was going for Mutalisks. He maybe thought I was going for more roaches. But the Mutalisks are really good against for defending against Banshees, and they worked really well right here. Now at home I'm following it up with 2 evolution chambers and roach speed and more roaches. My third is not built yet, so I'm building some more units. What I'm trying to do right now is deal as much damage as I can with my Mutalisks while getting my +1/+1 roach upgrade. I cannot do too much damage with the Mutalisks because he has a lot of force and liberators for defense. He's mostly building anti-air units right now. He doesn't know that I'm going for a roach heavy composition. So this is definitely an advantage for me. My Mutalisks are also not doing too much damage. They kind of did the damage in a way that they forced him to build missile turrets and a lot of Tors and Liberators, which are not the units you want against Mutas. I then sadly throw away all my Mutalisks. It was a bit of a mismicro. I didn't expect him to run out on the map at this point. And here comes the first big fight. So I cannot fight in the Liberator cycles, or it's hard for me to fight in the Liberator cycles. I sadly missed all my shots on that Liberator because, I don't know, maybe I'm just bad. Oh boy. What a poor display. But eventually I'm chasing him home and I'm trying to kill the force. If I kill all his force, he has a hard time doing anything against the Roach Ravager. Thankfully he already built tanks, so he's okay against the roaches once more. I then expanded here without killing these rocks because I had to expand to get a 4th base, and getting a 4th base can be kind of tricky on this map. Now pushing into 3 tanks like this might work, but it's a little bit suicidal. I'm also scared of the Liberators, so I'm trying to force some kind of switch out of him. The way I do that is by making corruptors. The corruptors should... yeah, here they hatched. And I'm going for a run by into his main base. Sadly, at the exact same time, he's going for some Liberator harass and he kills quite a few of my drones to my main and third and fourth base. So that was not ideal. But if we look at the supply and at the workers active tab, I'm ahead in harvesters, I'm ahead in army, I'm even ahead in army supply. So I'm still in somewhat good of a position. Now by attacking his main, I'm forcing him to unsiege his tanks and reposition them. I'm trying to get trying to kill as much as I can, as effective as I can. Of course, trading like that is always a little bit hard, because tank splash works really well against roaches and ravagers. I then noticed that he is, well, walking around the map. So, and he notices that I took the middle gold base. At home, as soon as I noticed that he has no more force and liberators, I immediately started building tanks, and I'm now managed to catch him off guard in the middle of the map with my Roach Ravager Corruptor composition, and I can do a lot of damage here because his tanks are on siege and he has to deal with the Mutalisks as well. So dealing with Mutalisks means he has to build more force. More force means he has more trouble against roaches, and him having no liberators thanks to my Corruptor switch is also definitely good for me. Now, the disadvantage that planetaries have is they cannot fly, and Corruptors can... what is it called? Like, spit on them until they die? Caustic spray, I think. Yeah, sadly orbitals can fly away, so I cannot kill him here. I'm always trying to morph a lot of Ravagers before I attack, and here I attack into not yet siege tanks and eventually walk over him. So, to quickly summarize the playstyle that I went for. I opened 3 Roach into Mutalisk to clear up any Banshees and Liberators. I then went back into Roaches with +1/+1 upgrade to clear up his force. I then went back to Roach Ravager Corruptor to clean up all his Liberators in the sky. And then I went back into Mutalisk once he had no more anti-air left to clear up his army, and from then on I was so far ahead that I could just do whatever I want and finish him off, because he had no 4th base, and getting a 4th base at this stage of the game without a big army is really hard. I hope you enjoyed this game. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. Tell me what you'd like to see. I'm always thankful for any and all feedback. See you guys another time. Bye.